Hello and welcome back. In last class, we have studied heterotrophic nutrition, that is parasitic and saprophytic mode of nutrition. Today, we will study holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay. Now, holozoic mode of nutrition consists of intaking solid food. Those organisms which feed on solid food by various processes that involves ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and excretion. Okay, this is example human being, cat, dog, various other mammals. Now let us discuss nutrition in human being, human digestive system. Human digestive system consists of various organs like mouth, esophagus or food pipes, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. And there are various glands also which are related to human digestive system, that are liver, pancreas, okay, salivary gland, okay. Now first of all, when we eat the food, we chew the food, it becomes soft. Okay, on chewing the food, it becomes soft. At the same time, saliva is mixed to the food, it makes the food more soft and slippery. Saliva contains an enzyme, salivary amylase or ptyalin, which makes the food soft and slippery, and it digests starch into maltose, simple sugar. Okay, first salivary gland releases saliva, which contain an enzyme, salivary amylase, also called as ptyalin. It digests starch into maltose. Digest starch into maltose or simple sugar. The food comes down to the stomach through this section called as esophagus or food pipe. Okay, now the food pipe rhythmically contracts and expands in order to push the food downward to the stomach. This is called as peristaltic movement. This is how food comes to the stomach. Now when the food comes in the stomach, there is a gland on the inner wall of stomach called as gastric gland. Now gastric gland releases gastric juice or gastric acid into the food, which contain hydrochloric acid, pepsin and mucus. Okay. Now when food comes into the stomach, there is a gland in stomach called as gastric gland. It releases gastric juice or gastric acid. It consists of three things: hydrochloric acid, which is very mild in state. The hydrochloric acid is one of the strongest acid, but this is in mild state. This hydrochloric acid makes the food acidic and help in releasing digestive enzyme pepsin. Okay, makes food acidic, help in releasing pepsin, kill germs and also digest fat in some quantity. Next is pepsin. Pepsin digests protein into smaller pieces called as peptone. Okay, third thing is mucus. It is not an enzyme, it just protects the stomach from hydrochloric acid. Okay, protect the stomach's inner lining from hydrochloric acid. Now the digested food comes into the small intestine through this portion called as duodenum, where two more pipes are connected to the small intestine called as bile duct and pancreatic duct. Now, third, liver. The liver releases two things: bile juice, which emulsifies fat or digest fat, and bicarbonate ion. Now this neutralizes hydrochloric acid. In order to protect the inner lining of intestine. Okay, now from here pancreas releases pancreatic juice. Pancreas releases pancreatic juice which contain three things: amylase, lipase and trypsin. Okay, now this amylase and this amylase both are same but name are different. This is called a salivary amylase, which is released by the salivary gland, and this is pancreatic amylase. Both of them have same function. It digests starch. Lipase word came from word lipid. Lipid means fat, so it digests fat. And trypsin digests protein. So these two are similar term, pepsin and trypsin. Both digest protein. So digestion process takes place continuously throughout the whole stomach and intestine. Okay. The food comes into the small intestines, this portion called as jejunum, where there is another gland called as intestinal gland. Okay, this releases intestinal juice or called as succus entericus, which completes the digestion process. Fifth is small intestine. It releases intestinal juice. Also called as succus entericus. Okay, this completes the digestion process. The word digest means to break. So food is broken down into very simplest form, that is in liquid form. Now food is ready to be absorbed. Now here in small intestine there are many finger-like projections called as villi or villi, which act like vacuum pump. They absorb all the digested nutrients, that are protein, carbohydrate and fat, and pass it on to the blood. Okay. And these finger-like projection villi also help in the movement of food. Okay, in bowel movement. When food comes into the large intestine, rest of the part, that is all the other nutrients, are absorbed by the large intestine. Finally, it is stored in the rectum, where it is ejected out of the anus. Okay, let us start with the beginning. First of all, we chew the food. On chewing the food, it becomes soft. At the same time, saliva is mixed to the food here. It makes the food more soft and slippery. At the same time, it contains an enzyme, salivary amylase or ptyalin. It digests starch into maltose. Okay. Now the food comes down to the stomach through this portion called as esophagus or food pipe. Now esophagus rhythmically contract and expand in order to push the food downward to the stomach, called as peristaltic movement or peristalsis. When the food comes into the stomach, there is a gland called as gastric gland, which releases three things. Hydrochloric acid makes food acidic, help in releasing pepsin and kill germs. Also digest fat. Okay, pepsin, it digests protein into smaller pieces called as peptone. Now mucus, it doesn't have any digestive function. It just protects the stomach from hydrochloric acid. Now from here food comes into the small intestine. There are two glands which are connected to the small intestine. Liver. The liver releases bile juice through the bile duct. Bile juice and bicarbonate ion. Bile juice emulsifies fat or digests fat, and bicarbonate ion neutralizes hydrochloric acid. Okay, and pancreas releases pancreatic juice through this pancreatic pipe. It releases pancreatic juice. It contains three things: amylase, lipase, and trypsin. This amylase and this amylase both have same function. Okay, this is called as salivary amylase and this is called as pancreatic amylase. But both of them digest starch. Okay. Now lipase word came from word lipid, which is also called as fat. It digests fat into smaller pieces, and trypsin digests protein into peptones, smaller pieces. Now when the food comes in the inner side of small intestine, there is a gland called as intestinal gland, which releases intestinal juice or succus entericus. It completes the digestion process. Now food is ready to be absorbed here. Now there are very small finger-like projections inside the small intestine, which act as a vacuum pump. They absorb all the digested nutrient and passes it on to the blood. Okay, and these will also help in the movement of food by pushing the food ahead, called as bowel movement. Now when food comes into the large intestine, rest of the part is absorbed being here in the large intestine, and from where it is ejected out of the anus. Okay.